floods. The economy collapsed because of all those natural disasters. But a lot of the blame went to mutants, Homo superior. Some call them the next stage in human evolution. Others...
Hello, I'm here representing Rumspringa Inc., and this is the review of X-Men. The X-Men is one of Marvel's flagship franchises. They've spawned thousands of comic books. They've had graphic novels made. They've had movies done. They've had animated series. You name it, the X-Men have done it. X-Men video games are nothing new. They had a classic arcade game back in the early 90s. They have had games on the NES, Super Nintendo. They've had games everywhere throughout the history of gaming. Some of them have been good, some of them haven't. And this game, it kind of falls in between good and bad. X-Men Destiny is a hack and slash with RPG element. You get your choice between 3 characters and 3 different sets of powers. Those powers are basically Brawl, Melee, and Projectile. And each of them feel different, so that I guess is a good thing. Not terribly different because it is a hack and slash, but different enough to distinguish between the 3. And you'll have 3 different people that you can be, basically the pessimist, the optimist, and a thinker. It's very generic, but each player actually feels kind of different with the things that they say. It's not bad per se, but I would have liked to have seen more customized characters with all the things that the X-Men can do. And while you get 3 different characters, you really have 2 different paths. The only problem with both the paths is they don't really feel any different. They're very linear, and all you're really doing is changing the character. Like, instead of fighting Nightcrawler, you'll fight Toad. In my opinion, that's not exactly a good enough change to justify saying that there's 2 different paths. I mean, if you think about it, when both paths are to fight the same enemy, it's not really a different path so much as it is your different company to get to the end point. It's not really like you're making a decision that is going to affect the way this game is played throughout. It just affects the people in it. That said, there is enjoyment to be had. Just like in any good hack and slash game, you'll wind up finding that you can enjoy the game, but only for a limited period of time. And if you're one of those people that need to get achievements or trophies, this game actually is pretty easy to get that. So I can actually see them selling or renting a lot more copies just based on the ease of the trophies and achievements to get. I played the game the first time through and I wound up, I think, finishing with 65% of the trophies. So all you'll need to do is basically play through it twice and you'll have everything. Now I'm going to say this, I really hate saying that this game is meant to be played for the trophies, but in all actuality, I cannot think of any reason to pay $60 for this game. The graphics are acceptable at best. The fighting is not near deep enough to keep you gripped and compelled to play this game time and time again. It's just one of those games that if there wasn't any trophies or achievements, there would not be any sort of reason to put this game in and play it a second time, because things do not change in it. And that's one of the things that bothers me about a game that has supposed multiple storylines. I just don't get those type of things. Now I'm going to give this game a 2 out of 5. It does try very hard, but it just fails at almost every turn. Now, thank you for watching and listening to my review of X-Men Destiny. This has been Rumspringa Inc. We have a Fat Bastard clothing line coming soon. Please join us on Facebook and go to our website. Thank you and goodbye.